we have the long-awaited January unboxing of Isaac. Been super delayed with vacation and me not doing it. So let's get right into it here. First order of business. We've got our letter. So, very nice artwork. I'm a big fan of the artwork on this one here. And what I was reading on the back is we have a little letter on the back, but it's much more formal than the silly goofy letters that Edmund writes. So we'll read both, but all right. When I was a kid, Doom was the coolest effing game ever made. Every kid I knew was playing it and talking about it constantly. Sadly, I was poor, and my family couldn't afford a PC. Every time I visited my cousins, they would show me how far they had gotten, what new enemies and bosses they had killed, and weapons they acquired. All I wanted in the world was my own copy of Doom, and a year later I'd get my wish on Christmas. But with it came a horrible curse that still haunts me to this day. So as a poor kid, the only way I got a new console was by trading my old one. Tons of games to upgrade for a new one. And I sadly traded away my SNES and 5 games for a Genesis and a copy of Sonic. Horrific trade, I know, but I did it for a reason. See, this Christmas, Sega was releasing Doom. All you needed was something called a 32X. A $150 expansion that would finally allow me to play the one thing I had obsessed over for the last year. Plus, Christmas Day came, and there it was. My stepdad bought me a 32X with a copy of Doom, an attempt to buy back my love after having a mental break and abandoning us in the woods months prior. I remember feverishly unboxing both items, slamming them into each other, and booting on the Sega only to see nothing. I'd take it apart, reassemble them over and over again with the same outcome. After hours of trying many different things, I soon realized I was missing some type of component cable for everything to work, and the stores were closed on Christmas. It was a very long and boring wait for the next day, but I was able to get the right cord and got that thing working lickety-split. This was it. I was playing Doom. It looked amazing, it felt amazing with the controller. Now to totally demolish this sucker and show my cousins what was up. I remember defeating the Barons of Hell, end of chapter 1, without much issue and venturing into the next area where I would be facing off with the Spider Demon. I distinctly remember beating the level before he appeared and seeing the credits roll. WTF was going on? Where was the Spider Demon? Where was chapter 3? Why was this happening to me? But there was no chapter 3. Or final bosses. There was no BFG. There was nothing but basically the shareware version. I remember staring at the screen, hoping maybe I'd missed something. Maybe I needed to unlock the bosses somehow? But no. This was it. This was my 13-year-old Christmas experience. I didn't even bother telling my mom or stepdad about it. When they asked, I said it was super cool and I played it all the time, but the reality was I never booted up that 32X again. But don't worry, next year I'd get a used Sega CD. Happy New Year, XO, Edmund. That's sad. Poor Edmund. Poor Edmund. Alright, so like I said, we've got something on the back. And what it says is, whoops, we accidentally sent everyone a non-final version of the card Mom's Underwear in the September box. You already remember Edmund caught it on stream, and we wanted to make things right for our amazing fans. That's you! You'll find it included in this box an updated version of the card. This should be swapped in for the old version. The new ability is slightly different and should cause much less confusion. We may have also included an extra bonus as a thank you for sticking with us throughout the unboxing of Isaac. We couldn't do this without any of our fans. Happy 23-3 from Edmund and the Maestro Media team. So, that does settle my confusion. There is some extra stuff in here, which makes sense. So we'll get into that in just a second. We have our poster, which is a Doom-inspired poster. Obviously, that is why we had the Doom-centric letter. We have a sticker to reflect that, which is nice and shaped to the actual border of the art here, which is not nicer than the postcard, but I do like that it's actually etched to the gravestone aesthetic, tombstone aesthetic here. So it's very nice. Big fan of the sticker. Always like these stickers. These stickers are always really good quality here. So my confusion was that we have two sets of Four Souls cards. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that were sent with Mom's Heal, and these are our normal cards. So let's get into these first, and then we'll do the new cards. Finally! Oh my goodness. So, it's an alternate art, Larry Jr. While this is at 2 HP or less, it has -1 on its dice. I'm pretty sure that's the same as Larry Jr., so it is just an alternate art for Larry Jr., which is super awesome. Super nice to have as a little bonus item here. And then the revamped Mom's Underwear. You may attack an additional time on your turn, and you have +2 for the second attack. So you get extra damage, and you're allowed to attack an extra time. I think it's going to be backwards. It's you get extra damage on an additional attack. So, super nice bonus. And now we will get into the regular cards. The regular Four Souls cards. The ones that are actually supposed to be with the January box. Alrighty. Ooh, cards are smelly. Cards are very smelly. Okay. The Adversary. At the start of each turn, the active player rolls. A 1 to 2 is to put all monster decks in another monster slot into discard. So you get rid of all the other monsters except for the Adversary. A 3 or a 4, you put the top card of the monster deck in another monster slot, so you spawn a new monster. Or a 5 and a 6, monsters gain +1 till the end of the turn. Okay. We have Bighorn. At the start of each turn, or each time this deals combat damage, the active player deals 1 damage to a player chosen at random. So start of each turn, or each time it deals damage, you're doing damage to another player. Very nice art on these cards, by the way. We have Loki. Each time the attacking player rolls an attack roll of 1, expand the monster slots by 1. That can get very out of control very fast. And he's got a 5+ damage. So that's definitely an interesting one. And lastly, we have Pyromaniac. When you gain this, search the loot deck for up to 2 cards named Bomb. Reveal them. Put them in your hand, then shuffle the deck. If you would deal any amount of non-combat damage, deal that much damage +1 instead. Okay, so it makes your bombs more powerful, and if you have any other card that deals damage that's not a combat roll, it also increases the power of those also. That's really good. That's really good. That's +1 damage to your bombs, your golden bombs, anything like that. And then if you have, let's say, I can't remember what tarot card it is, but it's the tarot card where you roll and then you deal that amount of damage to something, you'd be adding 1 to that too. So you'd be really increasing the power of that also. So these are some really, really good cards from this box. And like I said, I'm loving the art here as well. So that's going to be a really sought after pick here. So here we have all of the Four Souls cards from the January box. Very nice. I love the art style that they picked for all this stuff. The shirt, the cards, everything. I'm loving the art style. Alright, so we did poster, we did cards, we did letter. Last but not least, we have the shirt itself. And with every shirt, you know what we gotta do. We gotta do the smell check. So, not smelly. Not smelly this time, Edmund. As per the usual here. Super nice shirt. Love it. Absolutely adore it. Pretty good. I'm just going to throw this in at the end of the video here. Editor Kirby, just throw this in at the end here. We were at Universal, right? We took a vacation to Universal. We were going through the security checkpoint into City Walk, and I was wearing my Garbage Pail Kid Isaac box. I honestly cannot remember the month. I'm pretty sure it was October. I'm pretty sure that was Halloween. And somebody straight up said, "Oh my gosh," it was one of the security guards, "That's the unboxing of Isaac." And I'm like, yes, this is the unboxing of Isaac. I have been revealed for the first time. And let me tell you, me and Epic got an absolute kick out of that. October was bloat, so it had to have been November. Was it November? It's November's box. November's box. Not December. It was November. Yes, the bloat was October. So, that was awesome. That was so cool to have a security guard, of all people, be like, "Hey, that's the unboxing of Isaac. I love that guy." So, there you go, Edmund. There's some free clout. 2 unboxing of Isaac fans got to interact with each other, so.